Welcome to the Rappo and Deacs Friday Fix,
your Cornish soccer podcast.
On the podcast this week, 5 of the best goal scorers around at the moment. Tyler Harvey, Ben Holter, Dan Jennings, Matt Lloyd, and Hayden Turner.
Okay, and Phil also mentioned Matt Lloyd when he watched Weybridge, now, which was quite handy as I had already got Matt recorded and in the can, as they say. He's on this week's episode, and here he is. I just checked with you. We have had you on before, haven't we?
Yeah, second time, probably about 12 months ago now, Dave. Right,
okay. So, this season, you're in double figures again. You happy with that?
Oh, yeah. So, to be honest, Dave, I thought about it when you messaged me last night, and goals isn't really something that you would associate with my name, to be honest. It's just, I don't know, really. Playing well, playing a team that play really attacking football, and I'm really enjoying my football under Roa. So it all works towards scoring goals, and we've scored quite a lot this year together, I think.
Yeah. So if you wouldn't associate yourself with goals, are you would I be right in saying you're more of a supporting striker?
I would say so, yeah. I would think that most people in the league most defenders in the league wouldn't really fancy playing against me, not because I've scored loads of goals, but they know they're in for a tough time. I think I'm quite fit and run quite a lot, channels and other things. I do the ugly stuff and let the good players score the goals in front of me.
Yeah, I was just about to suggest you might be an ugly player, but I don't mean that in looks, of course. But
that's absolutely fine, mate. I get told it quite a lot by my mates as well, so that's fine with me.
No, so having said all that, you are in double figures. You were last season as well, you know.
I don't know, actually.
Yeah, according to my records, you were just scraped in there. So
yeah.
So you can't be doing, you must be doing something okay anyway. But
yeah.
So what about Weybridge? 7th in the table. How do you rate the season for the team?
Well, it's an improvement, isn't it? It's a massive improvement on the season before. Roa's made some good signings again. Brought in Jake Smale, good player. There's a couple of decent local lads that we've brought in as well. I think we're pretty solid throughout, if I'm honest. We're just a little bit disappointed with the way that we finished the season, well, as it is.
Yeah.
Obviously, that 6-1 loss to Falmouth, 2-0 loss to Bodmin. That was off the back of 2 pretty good results at Liskeard and Mousehole. But, on the whole, I think we're pretty pleased. It's a work in progress. Hopefully the progress isn't too long, because I won't be around for too much longer. I think we're quite happy with it, to be honest.
And as you said, the podcast today, we're looking at people that have scored goals. We're talking about goals. You look at the results that Weybridge have had this season. I mean, 5-3 home to Sticker, 7-2 home to Lanson, 4-3 to Dennis. If you wanted goals, Weybridge were the team to watch, weren't they?
100%. I think it's just the way we set up, really. We go out to score more than the other team. And I think more times than not, we've done that this season. We've let ourselves down on a couple of occasions, but at amateur football level, you're not going to hit your straps every week, are you? But we all enjoy playing for Weybridge, so I hope lots of people come and watch us.
And of course, not only you in double figures, Kyle Flew is actually a few goals ahead of you. So is it a sort of a pair up front or what?
We play a 4-3-3, actually. Jake Smale's also got, I think it's 8. So between us three, play up top, we've scored a lot of goals this season. But yeah, we enjoy each other's successes, I would say. Always happy to put it on a plate for the other one. It's never anybody taking over and trying to shoot from 40 yards and things like that. So we're all happy to kind of contribute to each other's success, which is good in a front three.
And I was trying to think earlier today, did you join Weybridge from St Austell or not?
Yeah.
And how many seasons were you at St Austell?
I didn't even make one.
Oh, right. Okay. Where were you before that then?
Sticker for plenty of years.
Right.
Playing third fiddle to Eds and Golds was pretty difficult. Obviously, you're not going to get too many chances playing behind them, but Yeah,
Right.
I decided to give that one a swerve.
So you left during the season?
Yeah, not too long before the end. I think it was the penultimate day before you could actually change, not change clubs anymore. So quite late on the season.
Right. And so at Stick, you would have won Charity Cup?
Twice, yeah.
And the league?
Division 1 West when there was a Prem and a West and East, yeah.
Oh, right. So a bit of success throughout your time?
Yeah. Enjoyed it.
And a few goals all over the place. So this season, of course, you've got the advantage. You can actually watch the goals at Weybridge score, can't you, on the VO system. So we're asking everyone, your best goal of the season that you've scored, what is it for you?
Personally, I went against Falmouth, so probably the best goal I've ever scored. You don't really associate me with having a whacking it going in the top corner. Normally it goes about 20 yards over the bar, so that one where it fizzed the net was a really, really good, satisfying feeling for me. Obviously in front of the F Troop as well, give them a bit of a quiet them down for 10 minutes, that's for certain. Always good. But yeah, that one for me. Obviously, a couple of people have said my one against Saltash, but that wasn't as good a feeling. And I did score quite a good probably the best header I've ever scored. And for me, I would class myself as a target man. I always enjoy a header. So the one at Mousehole. But for me, yeah, definitely the best feeling was the one at Falmouth.
And I assume it's always better scoring where there's a bit of a crowd as well, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. And when people come into the bar and afterwards and say that it was a good goal, you know it was a good goal, because sometimes you kind of score the goal and you actually forget what it looks like. But obviously, in these times with this video camera, I can go back and have a couple of watches. So it's quite nice to be able to see it back, to be honest.
Have you taken a copy of it?
What do you think? Yeah, absolutely. I'll be showing the kids and the grandkids that one.
And are you a player that keeps a record of how many you scored or not then?
Only this season, because it keeps coming up on Twitter. So it's hard not to, because obviously, as you know, Dave, I go to quite a lot of Cornish games, and quite a lot of people actually call me the young Dave Deacon. So there you go. Yeah, they do, because I love Cornish football, and I go to games all over the county. Me and Rower, I'll go on my own. I don't mind doing it at all. I enjoy watching local football, and I enjoy watching it more than games on TV. So there you go. What's your favourite ground that you like to go and watch a game then? I don't really know, actually. I've never really thought about it, to be honest. I like, because
actually, I remember one game where we were both watching the evening match up at Tor Point, wasn't it? And
I went up. That was St Austell against. Was it St Austell or against Bodmin against Tor Point in the Senior Cup? That, I think.
Oh yeah, that was a bit of a.
Yeah, a bit of a turn up.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah. So, and do you always have a bit of grub or not? Because I'm just thinking about Rappo and where he should get a burger next when he's out watching a game. Really,
I don't generally tend to have grub out, if I'm honest, Dave. I like to come home, munch down some tea, and then go and have a couple pints and watch the football. That's two pints and watch a game.
Yeah. Sounds good to me, and obviously that's something that we've missed over the last 12 months, isn't it?
Oh God, I don't know how to. I just sit and watch football at home at the moment. Go out on my bike. I normally play golf. I play cricket as well and football, and you're not allowed to do any of that at the moment. So my mountain bike is getting quite a bit of use at the moment. Yeah, it's.
Well, that's the main thing. You're keeping fit then, are you? Because, is Weybridge a club where rowers sort of encouraging everyone to be doing their bit? Yeah,
absolutely. Obviously, you get the odd couple that don't kind of buy into that, but that's up to them. But yeah, on the whole, we do all keep fit and kind of post a few runs on the chat or what you've done over the week. But yeah, it's been. I think I'd speak for most people. It's been quite hard to kind of motivate yourself since the third lockdown, where football's kind of stopped completely, and there's been no kind of light at the end of the tunnel, especially the one after Christmas that we're in now. Personally, it's taken its toll a little bit, and I had probably a month off of fitness and But I think with kind of view to hopefully this vaccine's going to sort us out and we'll be able to get back out and start having a tear up again on the pitch.
Yeah. Are you one for trying to get something in at, before the end of this season, or shall we forget it all now and just concentrate on starting a fresh August?
I think I spoke to Joe Cooper on a construction site the other week, and we discussed a kind of a World Cup style tournament.
Mm-hmm.
Five local teams in our league, all play each other twice, home and away. You could play Tuesdays and Saturdays. Top two go through into an 18 quarter-final, semi-final, final. So you could play a minimum of 10 games or a maximum of 13 games. So I think if we're able to do that, then that's something we should look at. But if not, then I would be keen to kind of scrap what we're doing, because we can't see it getting in, can we?
No.
So, and then concentrate on potentially starting early and making sure we've got enough time to get in a full season, because obviously two voids is quite hard to take really at my age, because I ain't got many left, like I say.
That's the problem, isn't it? It's almost like you've just wasted, at least 12 months of one's life, and you're never going to get it back. So, it's difficult to take in. All right. Well, thanks for that, Matt. I mean,
no worries.
The goals have followed you this season, as we said, although you have had 2 goalless games. I mean, Portleven at home and also in the FA Vars. That must have been... now, here's a question to end with. The FA Vars, 0-0 up at Camelford. Did you take a penalty?
Yes.
Did you score?
I did.
Good. That's a good place to end.
Yeah, that's right. Thank you very much, Dave.
Thanks, Matt. All the best.
All right, take care. Cheers.
Your Cornish Soccer Podcast.
Yeah, I think Matt himself was a little bit surprised that he was connected with a programme about goals. Not always one automatically you'd consider as a top 10 goal scorer, but he's been in double figures the last 2 seasons at least, so he's got to be worth mentioning, isn't he?
Yeah, definitely, Deacs. Agree, mate. I think Lloyd, he was doing himself a bit of a disservice, really, mate. I thought, Deacs. I mean, there's no doubt he knows who the net is, mate. I think he's been pretty modest there, mate. And, I remember him, in Avers' sticker teams, mate, those successful sticker sides, mate. I remember watching them quite a few times, mate. I remember Lloyd, he's scoring quite a few goals in them games, mate. So, good, busy striker, mate, works hard. And no doubt, mate, his fellow striker, Carl Flew, mate, he's benefiting from Lloyd, Lloyd's hard work, I think, mate, because Carl's banging in a few as well, isn't he?
Yeah, that's right. Carl's on 14, Matt's on 10, so...
pretty good, really, mate. Nearly 25 goals between them, mate.
Yeah.
Halfway through.
Because, they 7th in the table, I think, aren't they, Weybridge? So...
Yeah, well done, Rower, mate. I mean, having a good season, weren't they?
Yeah, that's right.
Rower and Bob, yeah.
And he likes to go and watch a few games as well.
Yeah, a man after our own heart, Deacs.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, good on him. Yeah, I like that, mate. I like a sort of student of football, mate. I know Rachel's the same, mate. She much prefers a local game to watching a game on telly, mate. I'm 50-50, I love both, mate, But I think there's something about going to watch one of our local games, right? A nice fresh evening and the floodlights on, Deacs, and watching a really good Cornish game, mate. There is something about it, I think, mate, isn't there?
Yeah. Providing the weather's okay.
Yeah, that's the thing, mate. Yeah.
I am getting a little bit more selective as I get older.
Yeah, yeah. Don't blame me, mate. Don't blame me.
And Weybridge, another club that show their goals online. I would imagine just Google or look on Twitter for Weybridge Town, and you'll be able to pick up where they show their goals. They've got this the VO system where the camera sort of follows the ball, so you don't have to have a cameraman. It's quite
brilliant, mate.
Quite a clever thing. Good for coaching and all that sort of thing, I think, rather than spectators watching it. But it is there, and they do a goal of the month, don't they, Weybridge?
Oh yeah, I've seen that, mate. Yeah, I've seen that. They've got quite a few to choose from, mate, haven't they?
Yeah, well, that's true.
Banged a few in, mate, haven't they?
Yeah.